Hey y'all, we are back with another video, and this time we're in the kitchen. Today we are going to make a fat wash butter pecan bourbon. Fat washing is a pretty cool technique using butter or oils to flavor spirits, and we're going to make a butter pecan flavor bourbon right in the comfort of your home. So I have a baking tray. We're also going to go ahead and grab a strainer, a whisk, and a measuring cup. On the counter is a plain bottle of bourbon, whatever you choose, that's up to you. I also have a stick of unsalted butter and 8 ounces of unsalted pecans and a large container to hold everything in. So now that we have all our materials, let's go ahead and preheat that oven to 350 degrees. Throw those pecans on that baking tray, and that's gonna pop right in the oven to toast for a couple of minutes. We wanna toast them, don't burn them, so that way we don't ruin the flavor of our bourbon. Next step is going to be turning on the stove to medium heat. Get us a little pot and throw that butter in there to slowly melt. And we don't wanna burn this butter either, so we're gonna do a nice slow process. Now, little by little, let's go ahead and add those toasted pecans, and we're gonna let those simmer so that all the flavors infuse. And look at that, sexy pecans. So after I poured the bourbon into my container, we are going to then add our butter pecan mixture. So this is where our infusion process all starts. For an hour, we're gonna stir every 10 minutes just so all of our ingredients come together in one big happy family. If you look at the container, you can see that top layer of fat. That lets me know that our fat wash is doing exactly what she's supposed to do. And now we are going to give this one last stir just for good measure, because now it's time for Miss Butter Pecan Bourbon to go in the freezer. And we're gonna let that sit overnight to do its last infusion process and come back tomorrow.
24 hours later.
It's tomorrow and I'm back in the kitchen and we're gonna see how this turned out. So out of the freezer, Miss Bourbon goes. And you can see the butter and the pecans and everything married all nicely, but this is not how we want to drink this bourbon. So into our measuring cup, we are going to pour everything out because our next step is going to be straining. But do not throw away those pecans, because I think if we candy these will make a perfect garnish for our drink. And now we filter. So I have a funnel, a coffee filter, and a fine mesh strainer, and I'm going to slowly pour out our bourbon because this is going to be a slow drip process.
A few moments later.
As you can see, little by little, Miss Bourbon is filtering out all of the solids, all of the butter, and what we should be left with is a nice, beautiful, clear bourbon.
Little longer than a few minutes later.
So at this point, what we're doing is just repeating the process of adding more liquid to our funnel and letting it strain out, so that way it doesn't overflow.
More moments later.
And you can experiment with this technique with just about any flavor that piques your interest. Add any herbs and spices you might like. Bacon fat and peanut butter fat washing is super popular.
Much later.
And now for the final step, we get to try Miss Butter Pecan Bourbon. The butter gives a nice, luscious, decadent, and smooth flavor, while the nuttiness comes in from the pecans. And as you can see, she's filtered out nicely, nary a butter or a nut in sight. It smells like the real thing, and it tastes like the real thing too. You could tell by that look on my face that I am pleasantly surprised, and I can't wait to try this in a cocktail. Thanks for watching. Bye.